Is Dungeons & Dragons a whetstone for the mind? Welcome to my channel. I focus on tabletop role-playing games, video games, and science fiction. Kim Buchanan wrote an article published by Pop Matters titled Dungeons & Dragons is Cross-Training for the Mind. There's a link in the description below. In George R.R. Martin's A Song of Fire and Ice series, Tyrion Lannister said, "A mind needs books like a sword needs a whetstone if it is to keep its edge. That is why I read so much." How can you train your mind to be ready for a variety of mental challenges? General James Mattis, also known as Mad Dog Mattis, said, "Be polite, be professional, but have a plan to kill everyone you meet." That warrior spirit can be embodied in tabletop role-playing games. Many people deride players whose characters follow the mantra of be polite, be professional, but have a plan to kill everyone you meet, giving them the pejorative of murder hobos. Tabletop role-playing games can prepare people's minds by giving them puzzles to solve and threats to counter. Players need to think, communicate, and collaborate. These skills stimulate the mind. Kim Buchanan's article says the readiness to respond to a new challenge is called transfer. The article defines the step for transfer as recognizing essential clues about a problem, correctly classifying the problem, accurately recalling a promising strategy appropriate to that class of problems, and effectively applying that strategy. This brings to mind two very different approaches to transfer. I learned the first approach in math and physics classes. In order to prove a theorem, you had to understand the problem, determine what proof technique is appropriate for the theorem, then applying that technique. A second and very different approach is taught in the military during basic training. Combat situations require almost instantaneous response. For example, if your weapons jam, you need to be able to field strip the weapon, clear any jam, and reassemble the weapon even in the dark. Another example is to know how to apply first aid quickly to yourself and others. I have heard that people who work in emergency rooms need to follow the same kind of instantaneous response when someone comes in with a serious injury. Tabletop role-playing games teaches players to quickly respond to different challenges. The DM or GM can throw a variety of challenges at the player. For example, the DM or GM can change the challenge to meet the changing situations and abilities of the characters. For example, the Dungeon Master or Game Master can increase the number of monsters the players face if the players find a powerful weapon. The Dungeon Master or Game Master can add ethical questions to challenge the players. For example, the party kills a horrible creature. As they loot the creature's lair, they find the young children of the creature. The party needs to decide what they do. Should they kill the children of the horrible creature? Or should they make them pets? Or should they just abandon the children? Or should they capture them and try and sell them? Or should they just eat them? Each approach has advantages and disadvantages. Tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons can be a tool to provide stimulating situations to the minds of the player, sharpening their imagination and teaching new approaches to the problems. Although I disagree with some of the points by Kim Buchanan, his article is well worth reading. Thank you for watching my video. I look forward to learning what you think about this video. Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate all your comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. I appreciate both forms of feedback. If you're new here and would like to subscribe, you can click on the icon on the left. If you're interested, there's more content on the right.